Yes, people, welcome back to the YouTube. So, just a little update, really, and a leg session. So, I'm just trying to fucking remember what week I am actually at in prep. Let me just have a look. This is like week 4 of prep. I think the last time I did an update, I was around the 216 mark. That was either week 1 or 2. I'm 209 as of this morning, so things are moving. What has changed since the last update? We have had a food drop. So, a food drop, cycle's not changed, cycle is still the same, with the addition of 1 milligram of Reta and 40 micrograms of Clen every other day. Everything else has stayed as is. Cardio is still 30 minutes fasted daily. Steps are still at 10k, which is pretty easy to hit. Food drop, so we have gone on training day. We are at 3,406 calories. That's 327 protein, 34 fat, 448 carb. And a rest day, we are at 3,124 calories, 324 protein, 60 fat, and 322 carb. So you join me on this fine Tuesday. It's Tuesday the 24th of February, and it's motherfucking leg day. So I am going to take you through a leg session tonight. I'm currently eating meal 3, which is 80 grams of dry weight jasmine rice, 180 grams of raw weight chicken, 75 grams of peppers, with a little bit of sugar-free ketchup. Even in a diet, even in prep, put some fucking sauce on your meals, kids. I see people eating plain, dry-ass food all the time. And yeah, I really don't know how they do it day in, day out. I'm a sauce fiend. Now, obviously, when I switch from off-season to prep, sauce choices get changed. Peak of off-season, I might use some reduced sugar and salt, sweet chili sauce, same with the barbecue sauce. But in prep, I'm literally maybe a touch of sriracha, sugar-free ketchup. That is it. I can happily do that all day, every single day. I eat chicken and rice 3 times a day because I love it. Yes, it serves a purpose, but I do fucking enjoy it. So, what have we got on the cards tonight for leg day? So, this is leg rotation 2. So, my current training split right now is upper, lower, rest, push, posterior, arms and delts, rest, and then repeat. Rotation A, rotation B. Tonight we are on rotation B. So we have got a single leg standing ham curl. Warm up as needed, 2 failure sets, 8 to 12. 2 sets on the glute drive, again, warm up as needed. Top set, 6 to 9 reps. Back off, 8 to 12. Seated ham curl, 2 working sets, 1 set. First set, 10 rep max. Second set is a cluster, so we are literally going for first set, aiming for 10 reps again, with a 2-second hold in the contraction, so 2-second hold in the short. And we do 4 sets of 3 reps with 15 to 20 seconds rest in between. I tend to stick with 15 seconds rest in between them. And then 1 sec of leg extensions, warm up as needed. So I'll take a few, with it being the first quad movements, I'll take a few warm up sets, and then 1 set to failure, 12 to 15 reps. And then a single leg 45-degree leg press, trying to feel that movement on my kind of glute and ham tie-in. So foot higher on the pad, getting really, really deep. 1 working set there, 10 to 12. 1 working set on the hack, again, 10 to 12 rep range. And then 2 sets on the adductor. First set, failure set, 8 to 12. Second set, we use the same load, but we do it in a cluster format again. So 4 sets, 4 reps, 3 sets with a 10-second rest on them. So as you can see there, I have literally got a leg extension and one set, and a hack squat, one failure set. That is it for quad tonight. 2 working sets. Now, granted, single leg extension and single leg press, I am going to be hitting quad as well, but I'm trying to make that movement more of a ham and glute biased movement, because I need more hams and glutes. Now, I've been nailing my hams and glutes for the last 12 months on this exact same split, and I have made some decent progress. I took some post-workout shots last night after upper, and yeah, hamstring drop has come up a hell of a lot. So yeah, that's where we're at. Still doesn't feel like I'm in prep. Everything's pretty easy. Food's still high, cardio's still low. We're just enjoying it. We're just enjoying it. Now, I know I said I'd do these every week, but you know, life gets in the fucking way. Work, business, coaching, family life, training. It's hard to fit everything in. But I do want to document as much as I can, just so I've got something to look back on later in life when I can't fucking lift no more. So yeah. I will take you through a leg session later, and then after that I'll catch up at home on meal 6. Everything's going really fucking well. I'm off down to my coaches on Thursday for a push session and some posing. That is something that I really need to fucking do. I really need to start practicing posing, because I'm shit. I've never done it before. Only fucking things I've ever watched is YouTube videos. So yeah, it'd be nice to get some pointers, because there will be some point during prep where we put posing in as a form of cardio, which you can then progress. You can start off with 1 round with kind of 5 seconds holds on every pose, and you can progress that to 10-second holds, 15-second holds, 2 rounds, 3 rounds, 4 rounds. So you can progressively make that gain harder. And if you've never posed before, you'll be surprised at how fucking hard it is, and how much you blow out your arse doing it when you're not used to it. So I am going to finish meal 3, and I'll catch you at the gym later. So on to training, people. Obviously talked you through the exercises earlier on, or just, but yeah, starting with a standing ham curl. Hams are something that I've been working on for the last 12 to 18 months as a bit of a weakness in my physique, just compared to my quads, which a little bit overdeveloped, like they overpower my leg. So yeah, I've been doing a variation of standing ham curls, laying ham curls, and seated ham curls, as well as an RDL on posterior day to try and bring these up. More frequency, like a couple more intensifiers thrown in for good measure, especially whilst we were in a calorie surplus, and it's definitely helped bring my hamstrings on. My legs are looking more overall balanced to them compared to what they were 2 years ago. Like I say, my quad sweep for some reason is just really good. I'm not trying to be a fucking dick, but yeah, that's pretty much the only thing I've got going for. I've got okay quad sweep and I've got okay calves. Everything else is shit. But yeah, hams are something that I really wanted to bring up, just to give myself a little bit more of a balanced look from the lower. So on today's session, we start off with standing ham curls, and literally just warm up as needed, 2 sets, 8 to 12, before we move on to some glute work. Now, I never really did the standing ham curl before the last, probably up until I started doing this new split, and I've always done laying and I've always done seated. I honestly think that standing has give my hamstrings some serious fucking growth over the last 12 to 18 months. Obviously there's a lot of other things in play, food, drugs, but yeah, adding the standing ham curl in has been a little bit of a game changer for me. And then once this is done, we move on to glutes. Now, I fucking hate training glutes with a passion, but needs must, I still have loose skin around the bottom of my arse, which needs tightening up. And the only way of doing that without getting surgery is to grow them motherfuckers out. So I've been working this up. I think this was 270 for 8. Now, I probably had another rep here in the tank. I did 260 for 10 last week, 270 for 8 this week. It's just taking it past that point where I'm not going to be able to rack it and getting stuck in the hole. So I finished a set at 8 reps. I will take 9 or 10 next week. And yeah, overall, super fucking happy with how these have been progressing. And then for some reason it's missed my seating ham curl off, but I did 2 sets of seated ham curl, 1 10 rep max, 1 cluster set, 4 sets of 3 reps with 15 seconds rest, and then onto 1 set of leg extensions, 10 to 12 reps to failure, couple of warm-up sets of it being the first quad exercise, just to get blood in the legs rather than just going all out straight away. And yeah, I haven't done these I didn't do leg extensions for over 12 months before I started this split, so I do really like them. You don't get that burn in any other exercise other than leg extensions. And then onto a single leg press, trying to put my feet a little bit higher on the pad. I usually leg press pretty low and narrow, so coming a little bit higher, a little bit wider, trying to hit some of that glute ham tie-in as much as I can. Obviously, we're gonna have some fucking quad activation there. You cannot do a leg press and take quads out of the equation. But yeah, just trying to bias a little bit more glutes and hams. So realistically, there's only 2 sets here, which are direct quad movements. Which was a leg extension, and a hack, which is next. But obviously we are also picking up some quad doing that single leg press. And then onto a hack. I don't like to go heavy with these. I'm nearly 40, my knees aren't the best, so we just go really slow and controlled, pause in the bottom, always pause in the hole, just for a split second. But yeah, not extremely slow negatives, but extremely controlled all the way down and all the way up. And you'll be surprised at how little weight you can use when using this kind of control, rather than banging 5-6 plates aside on and fucking bouncing out of the bottom, and using momentum to lift the sled rather than your quads. At the end of the day, if you're doing a hack, you want your fucking quads to grow. And then pretty much last exercise, adductor, 2 sets here, 1 10 to 12, and then we do another set with the same load, where we get 8 to 10, where we do a triple cluster set, 4 sets, 3 reps with a 10-second rest in between each one, and that is pretty much legs done. Yes, people, we are back from legs. I've been back about an hour. I've ate my post-workout meal, had a shower. So right now, probably from the last time I did a YouTube, post-workout has gone down. So it was at 150 cereal, 200 almond milk, 20 honey, 60 whey. That's been reduced to 130 cereal, so a 20 gram reduction and 10 grams of honey. So a 10 gram reduction there. That was legs, by the way, as you fucking know. Good session all round. It's always weird filming in the gym, filming workouts and trying to speak to the camera. So I don't know whether I'll leave the talking bits in or whether I'll just do a voiceover. You will have already known because you'd have already watched it just. So one more meal left, which is 200 potato, 250 mince, 100 veg, but I actually switched that up to 45 rice based pasta, so gluten-free pasta, 100 grams of passata and 250 mince on a training day, just because I run out of potatoes once, switched it to that, and I quite like it, and it's the same fucking macros, so we'll leave it be. Now I am just, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but we are making sandwiches for the kids' lunch tomorrow. One just eats cheese and jam, the other just eats cheese spread. One eats cheese spread and jam, the other eats just cheese. So rather simple sandwiches for kids' all lunches every single week. I think I was the same, to be fair. When I was a kid, I literally just ate cheese, which is why I was a fat kid. So yeah, I'm literally gonna get these made. Cook my meal 6. Silent Witness is on at 9 people, so we want to try and get down for that, and it's currently 25 to now. Yeah, not much has changed really other than a drop of food, and a small drop at that. I've still got 17 and a half weeks, which seems like a hell of a lot of time, but it's good to get ahead, and that timeline will creep up quick. It really, really will. By 8 weeks out, well, we want to be nearly there. I know that seems mental, being nearly there that far out, but that's like 10 weeks away, 9.5 weeks away from now. The thing is with me is, because I've got loose skin, we can't suck down too much, too quick and too far, because my loose skin becomes a problem. So we have to try and, what we're going to try and do is get into condition early and suck down, and then have plenty of time to then fill that skin back out, stretch that skin back into shape, so I have minimal loose skin on stage. This is something that we have trialed and errored over the last kind of 12 to 18 months, 2 diets that we've done, filling up. We've trialed high days, we've trialed high weeks, we've put certain compounds in on certain days, like injectable Superdrol, that just to create that pressure between muscle and skin, to just get rid of that loose skin, and that is what we want. And then after we have done kids dinners and my meal 6, don't need to do the baby any food because she is not at nursery tomorrow. Then I've got my trusty Superman bag with my super subs in. What I actually do with this is I pin before I go to bed. You might have seen on my Instagram recently, but I buy these off Amazon, which are empty 30ml sterile vials. On a Sunday night, I will fill this with my week's worth of gear. So right now, just to recap, that was 600 test, 400 EQ, 400 mast E, and 80 milligrams of Tren. And then I draw out of that before bed every night and pin it with a... Oh, you've lost me, kid. You've lost me. Hello, hello. Oh my God. See if we can sort this camera out, kid. So yeah, I will pin with an insulin needle. I'll backload one of them with a normal syringe, draw out to that, backload one of them, pin that. Right now we're at like 1 mil a night. And that is it. Not a very exciting update. In the next few weeks, the next 4 to 8 weeks, things should start getting a little more exciting. I was 209 this morning. Usually my physique, when we hit 200 pounds, that is when we start to see changes on the daily. That is when shit gets really fucking excited. Waking up every day, seeing changes, taking pictures, checking in a few times a week, looking at your checking pictures from like 2-3 days ago to the ones you took now, seeing massive changes. That is the shit I love, man. That is when you see progress day to day. Yeah, that makes me fucking very happy. But until then, we keep ticking boxes. We do the fucking do. We do it with intent. We do it with purpose. And that is it. So yeah, that's pretty much the setup we're running right now, calorie wise, which I told you earlier. PD wise, which I've just mentioned. Cardio, which we talked about earlier. You've just seen a leg session. I will try and film something else next week, a different session, maybe a full day of eating. But a full day of eating right now is not that exciting. Like, I have the same breakfast, cream of rice, whey, dark chocolate, 3 chicken and rice meals, cereal post-workout of whey, and then pre-bed pasta mince. That is it, every single day, and we love it. So yeah, finish these sandwiches, make meal 6, watch Silent Witness, go to bed. Catch you on the next one, fuckers.